There you go. Oh, let me change. There you go.
Okie dokie. Okay, now I'm really nervous because Billy's on here, but I'm just gonna do it.
At least she put her little screensaver.
Right, I don't have to look at her face like if she's like rolling her eyes at me.
I'm gonna mute myself.
I'm not rolling my eyes. I'm stuffing my face. Trust me.
I appreciate that. But the only thing I could really find differently than what we've talked about was the last couple of weeks was sponsoring when you have no leads. Because sometimes we go through everybody that we have and then we're like, well, I've asked everybody, which we really haven't asked everybody, but that's the excuse we use is we asked everybody. So when you say that and you don't you ringing out of your leads, what I'm trying to think, sorry. What she said was to think outside of our box. And that's basically talking to like everybody, like even like if you're in the line at the grocery store and you know how some of you just all just standing around there waiting. She's like, which is scary to do because we feel like we're going to sound stupid, but like, you know, it doesn't hurt you to turn around and say, hey, have you ever heard of Scentsy? They're either going to say, yes, I've heard of Scentsy, or no, what is it? And she said, then you can give them, you know, something and say, hey, well, I sell Scentsy. Can I give you, you know, this thing? And then that's what she said, make sure you're prepared. Because a lot of times we go into these places and we don't take anything with us. And then we just lost a lead because we didn't have anything to even offer somebody. And I'm bad for that. And that's happened to me before because I remember during the summer, I was sitting in the garage and this lady walked by and she looked at my car and she's like, oh, you're the one that sells Scentsy, because I had the thing on the back of my vehicle. And I said, yeah. She's like, what is it? And I said, oh, it's wax and warmers. I was having a bad day, first of all. So I was just like, wax and warmers. She's like, oh, okay, and walked off. And Tim was like, Verna, you didn't even offer her a catalog or anything. So there I lost an opportunity for either a customer or a lead for maybe someone eventually like wanting to. So she said, let me see where it is. Sorry.
Remind me before I stop the recording. I have a little story about that too.
Okay. She said, be prepared for opportunities. Don't miss out because you're not prepared. So when you're going out the door or leaving your car, like something that you can give to something. The other thing she said was, and I did this today and I had results. Facebook, like add people you don't know. Like I went back to a party that I had a couple months ago and I pulled up the lady that had the party for me. I pulled up her Facebook page and then I went under my orders for people that ordered off her party and I added them to my Facebook page. Like I sent them invites and like they were like accepting it and asking and liking my stuff and commenting on the stuff that I had on my Facebook page. So there was missed opportunities because I didn't add them the first time. So I went back that. She's also, here's another thing that was good. Share, share, share. Sometimes we think we're sharing too much on Facebook, but not everybody sees your stuff all the time. So what you think you post and you're not getting nobody to like or comment, probably because they didn't see it. So she said, if they don't like it, they'll unfriend you. Share, 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 share. That's how you get them opportunities. And back to adding people on Facebook. Now, if they comment something, you have, or they join your team, or they decide to have a party, then now you've gotten the door open to new people. They're friends that you would not had the opportunity to get to them. Let me see here. Crafting your dream team, like making a list with your best customers, your best host, and your best friends that you would like to do the business for. So that was a way to get leads. I said, talk to everyone, becoming Facebook, practice conversations. she said a lot of times we don't have conversations because we feel uncomfortable or it's awkward. But the more we do it, the better we'll get at it. So she feel awkward at first, make mistakes, but if we keep doing it, we will get better at it. Another way to maybe get leads, because not everybody that is on your Facebook is a friend that you like have a relationship with. Some people, are just people that found you through another friend and sent you a friend request and you said yeah. So she said a way to get leads is like put a poll on your Facebook and say like, have you ever thought about doing what I do, and do a yes or no? Because that opens a door for conversation. If they say yes, then you can message them and it opens up an opportunity for a lead for you. So she that's a good thing to do, is putting those polls on your Facebook pages. That way people will interact with you. Now going to the messaging, she said we don't always want to text message and message people on Facebooks, because a lot of times people will get that message and the first thing they see is Scentsy or join or do you want to, and they shut them down. They don't even read your message. She suggested doing voice messaging, because she said people, if they hear the tone of your voice and that, they'll likely stay on and listen to a conversation more through voice messaging than you texting or Facebook messaging through texting, which I like that idea. And that if people can hear your voice, they put a face behind your voice, and then they don't feel like they're being copied and pasted stuff. It's more personal by sending a voice text. She said even like when you do orders and you're saying thank you to someone, she's like, do a voice message instead of texting thank you for your order.
I
She
like
said,
that.
I love that when she said that. Also a lot of times, and I'm bad for this, I talk to people I'm more comfortable with than just talking to strangers. And we're good at that. Like, okay, I'll ask this, and this person because I know them, or they order off me, so I'm gonna like ask them. But if you want to take it to the next level, you got to talk to people that you do not know. And the show. And don't sell, share. Like if we learn not to sell and sell stuff all the time, like, push, like I got this coming up today, or, this is being launched, and that's the only thing we post all the time. They think we're just selling. It's a turnoff. But if we'll learn to share, like I'm going to try this week. I'm going to take a picture of myself, like holding one of our products. Like I might do the dog shampoo or something, and I'm going to put something you would like to have or something you'd like to know more information about. Those are the two options. That way I can get interaction on it, get reactions on it. So I know, do I want to just talk to them about what the product can do for them, or do I want to try to get them to order from me? So that's ways to like open up conversations to get leads, and then they trust you. And here was the other thing. People, a lot of times people are watching you to see if you're serious. So for instance, if you're like, they won't join you at first because they're trying to see if you're going to stick to this business for a long time, or if you're serious about your business. Because, and this is what I was thinking the other day, like if I'm trying to sell something, that's not what I want to say. How am I trying to say this? If someone's watching me, or I'm watching somebody else, I'd rather be on someone's team that I like and think they're going to have fun with, or buy from someone that I think that they're going to have fun and I connect with, than someone that is just boring, or, all they're doing is posting marketing pictures. on their Facebook page all the time. So people are watching you, like, and until they get comfortable with you and they get close to you, they're going to say no. So that's why we want to watch what we're putting out there, because everyone is watching us, and they decide whether they want to buy from you or they want to buy for somebody else. Because I'm sure you're not the only person on their Facebook page that's selling probably Scentsy. So they pick and choose who they like by what we post and what we share on our Facebook pages. So, and they talked about joining the group pages. That's ways to get leads, but we just don't want to go on those group pages and say, oh, I sell Scentsy, use it as an advertising page. Like if someone's on, like, say you're on a dog page and someone's dog has a cute little sweater, like, oh, I like that sweater and then you start having me talking back and forth to them. And then eventually they start following you on your social media pages, and then they see what you do, and then you can go from there. But that was basically everything you kind of said last week. But I did like the voice messaging thing. I thought that was kind of neat, and learning to talk to everyone and being prepared when opportunities come available, because, and giving out those things when we have them, because there are times I carry stuff with me and I don't give a single thing out while I'm out. Everything I took with me comes back with me. And so I just mess myself up by not giving out what I prepared. So, but that's it. That's all I had. Short and sweet.
No, that was great. I like
Yeah.
that idea too about leaving.
The voice messaging.
Yeah. I know. Do you ever do that, Billy?
No, I don't, but I do prefer to do that. I guess depending on my conversation, because sometimes your text can be taken the wrong way.
Right. Right.
So
So my little story along the lines of what you were saying, I already upgraded, assholes. Ooh, sorry. Better cut that recording off. Already upgraded. Anyhow, so I went to my daughter-in-law's baby shower on Saturday.
Mhm.
And I had bought the crib set for them that they wanted, but it was back ordered. And I wanted to make sure they had stuff that she had stuff to open from
Yeah.
me. So I got the Mickey Mouse Buddy, and I had a bar of the Welcome Little One from that collection that Scentsy had. And I've been holding on to Maddox the monkey forever because I wanted him to have that. And I don't know, I forget what else it was. I feel like there was something else. Oh, the little scent pack that goes into them, I like wrapped separately, and I put it all in a basket with a blanket, da da da. So she's opening it, and one of her friends, I guess it's her friend, because I didn't do a very good job at the table in front of me, like Sarah's opening it, everything, and she looks back at me and she's like, do you sell Scentsy or something? And I was like, yeah, I'm a consultant. And she was like, kind of under her breath, she said, I love Scentsy. I didn't have a damn thing with me. I never tried to talk to her like after, everything was done. And I will admit that it did enter my mind that I needed to like reach out to her before she left.
Mhm.
But then I talked myself out of it, not because I was nervous or even that I was afraid, but because I felt like it was Sarah's shower and I didn't want to make it about me.
right.
You know what I
That
mean?
makes sense.
And so then I felt like, obviously Sarah knows this person, So I'm sure I'll have an opportunity here this week to kind of reach out to Sarah and say, you know,
But
who
you know
was
what you
your friend that was like, said
so
she,
on those, in those kind of things, what you probably could have done is like just had your business card and laid it there and said, this is Sarah's day. But here's my card if you ever want to get in contact with me about Scentsy.
right. Yeah. And that was, if I would have had my packets with me,
Yeah.
I would have just like handed one to her and kept going on with the shower. And so, but I didn't, because my tote bag's sitting over there. And one of my 6 goals is to update them because all the stuff that's in it is from last catalog. And I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
So procrastinating did
Yeah.
not help me.
And I'm bad and I need to stop doing this. Like when someone, like, for instance, when I go get my hair cut, or I don't know where I was the other day, they're like, what do you do for a living? I'm bad at saying I do Humana. I work for Humana and I never say anything about Scentsy.
Right. And there's never going to be
And
somebody.
then I leave and I'm like, why didn't I tell them I sold Scentsy too? Like I'm a consultant instead of just Humana. Like, duh, Verna, but I do it all the time.
Oh, girl, I take testers into my hair salon.
Do you really?
No, because
Yes, I do.
my hairdresser, my stylist, and Melissa Needy are good friends. So
Oh.
I always kind of feel like she'll buy from Melissa because they're good, they're very good friends.
Yeah, in there might not.
What?
I always take my testers in. We got other people sitting in a chair getting their hair done. They smelling the testers.
So let me ask you a question, Billy. How do you go about, like, what do you do with your testers when you take them?
I give them to Trisha when she's letting the color sit on my hair, and she just does the rest.
Oh, okay.
She's sitting there smelling them. Then everybody wants to smell them.
Okay.
Yep. But I also knew them. I mean, before. But well, I knew Trisha.
So any like questions or anything for Verna? Trying to think. What in the world?
What's the matter?
I just went to the Zoom thing because I already upgraded to the Pro, so we wouldn't get cut off, so I wouldn't have to worry about it because I did it because I figured Eva's would go longer.
Yeah.
I was gonna do it anyway, but it's like saying to me, upgrade to Pro, and I'm like, I already am, so I just like clicked on it, so it would take me to the website, and it says invoice date 2822 paid to, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to
Schedule the
uninstall
meeting
it.
before you update it.
No,
Oh.
I upgraded and then did the schedule,
Oh, okay.
and I'm probably gonna hang on here until it like winds down and see if it cuts me off or not, because then I'm gonna contact Zoom, because that's, I mean, it's not a ton of money, but still, like,
Right.
you're not supposed to cut me off.
Right. What is it? What didn't it cut you off before? At what point?
It gives you 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
After you record?
No, from the time you log on. Like right now it says there's 2 minutes and 53 seconds before the meeting is going to be ended.
Oh, so it gives you a timer.
Yeah, it's like up here at the top, but
Oh.
it surprised me because the first time it comes up with like a pop-up window and says, I think like at the 5 or 10 minute mark.
Yeah.
So let me stop this recording. Verna, you did a good job.
Yeah,
Thank
she
you.
did do a good job.
Thank you.
I like the topic too, and I got a couple of ideas out of it.